Hi, my name's Todd, and this is my Doyad. It is currently 75 degrees foolish. That makes it 24 degrees civilized, with very low moisture in the air. We're at like 56 degrees for a dew temp, and that makes it like 50, 55, 56% humidity. It's yeah, it's a beautiful day, and yeah, we got plans. Okay. So, I've had a couple of people stop by and listen to the tech, and the consensus seems to be your timing's wrong. And everybody's thinking, or the majority opinion is, you've got one cylinder that is not helping the cause. So let's give that a little bit of a look. You can see here we got our shop manual, and right there we have firing order 15426378, which I wrote down right here, 15426378. So let's go put this book back inside where it's safe. So over here is fine. All right, let's see if we can't find the firing order on the intake manifold. That is not it. Is it out back here somewhere? Yes, it is. It's over there on that side. It's right under here. And it says, let's get a light, is what it says. All right. Here we are. Oh, good gravy. They make this so easy to read. Under that hose there, we got the light on it. You guys, it says firing order 154. That's all I can read from this side. Yeah, 154. Okay, so we got 154 from the other side, 26378. One 26378. So far, so good. The number in the book matches the number on the intake manifold back there. Now let's go through and ensure that our cap is properly routed. This is number 1, and it goes to here. We're going to put a mark on that as 1. And that should have, and that's the number 1 on the cap. And we know that this rotates counterclockwise. So this should be The next one in line should go to number 5. And this one is marked as number 5. So we're going to put a V. Okay. Next one in line should be going to number 4. That's this one. Goes all the way back here, which is number 4. So we're going to put IV. And then right after that is 2, which is this one, which goes to number 2. So we'll mark this one as 1, 2. And then we got 6. Back on the driver's side. And we are the next one around. Goes right here to number 6. So we'll put VI. After 6 is 3, which would be this one here. Comes right through here, right through here. Is number 3. So that's I. And then 7, 8. This one goes right here, right down there to 7. Let's take this coil wire off because it's going to be in our way. So that's, we'll go here, VII. And this last one should be 8, and it is. VII. Okay, confirmed. Our plug wires and cap are numbered correctly. I'm going to start the engine and have you guys listen down each bank, and maybe you can hear something that I'm not. Maybe we can get this pinned down to an actual location. Let's see what happens. Sounds like it's this side here. While we're here, looks like we're full cold. All right, let's shut that off. I mean, starts, runs good, well, except for that tick. I don't have any fluids purging out the underside anymore. So, woohoo, big bonus. All right. I've had a couple of suggestions of how to try and chase this out if it is a timing issue. And none of it's fun. So I guess we're going to start with the cap and the rotor and take a good, serious, jaundiced eye look at that and make sure we don't have something dumb happening in there. Okay. Oh, what do you think? Should we take all the plug wires off? I know there's a way to measure the because these are a suppressor style plug wire. There's supposed to be a certain amount of resistance. Okay, having determined that, we're going to completely abandon that project and move on to something else. I am going to attempt to you guys ever seen one of these as a tubing bender? Neither had I. But you know what? It's working pretty good. Let me get that loosened up and we'll take a closer look. And of course, I forgot all about Hank eating that end wrench. Where the hell could that have gone, that line wrench? I know it's got to be down here somewhere. I'm just not... Whatever, it's not tight right now, so. Okay, so that worked pretty good. It might be a little funny right there at the joint, but I don't think it's that bad. We're going to run with it. And actually, continue that even tighter. And we can put that down there. That's going to be here. So we're going to cut it like right there. which is going to leave it a little bit long. And I'm even going to cut it longer than my fingers, so. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. Look at that. I've saved a really nice little straight piece of brake line. Okay. Let's get you sucked up so we're snug. Like that. Now that we're close to the ballpark, let's put a little mark on here. All right. I want to cut that mark completely off. Remember which side you're cutting, Todd. Okay. That should be cutting my mark completely off. All right. You guys look down here. Hey, get the hell out the way. Hey, oh, Jesus. You guys almost crashed. Okay, can you see what we're looking at here? Kinda, sorta. A little spring wire worked surprisingly good for bending, didn't it? Okay, we've got a pretty good chamfer around the outside there. We got a pretty good chamfer around the inside. We don't want these metric ones. We want that's 5/16. That's 1/4 inch. We want 5/16. Maybe we do. 5/16 feels looser than it should. What's this one? Oh, this is 5/16. So this must be 3/16. Getting a little old. You can't really read them all that well. Just stamped into the can't really read them all that well. Just come on, you can do it. Yeah, take my word for it. It says 3/16. All right. So that's supposed to be the height of that little step. This step here. But I've never had much luck with that. I always wanted to be just a little bit longer. Like that. Can you guys even see that, or is that badly out of focus? I think that might be a little bit too long. Gotta be, the smaller the tube, the closer you gotta be. It's You guys can't see that for crap, can you? Come on, focus. Come on. You can do it. Oh my gourd. Okay, maybe against something distant. No, no way in hell. Against something close. Something. Come on. Yeah. Hold on, let me try something. Hey, look at that. So I'm just past the length of that. Essentially by about the amount of my chamfer. Okay. What do you think? Will this make the bubble? Let's hope, huh? It's a lot easier doing this here than under the car. All right, feels like we got good action happening. That's all the way down. Come on, stand back in there. All right. So far, so good. I hope you guys can see that. Oh my God, you're an idiot, Todd. If I cut that flare off, is this still going to work? I even thought to myself, like 5-6 times, don't fuck this up and put that flare on there without putting the nut on first. Oh, joy. Yep. Sometimes yeah. Good God, man. Where the hell's your brains? That's too bad. Seemed like we had a good flare going too. I mean, it turned inside out correctly and it looked like a good. Hopefully we can make this work and just cut this little bit off here. Well, let's put the fucking nut on there first. Now you watch, it'll be just, this much too short. Okay, we got the nut on and the nut is going the correct direction. So that's bonus points, I guess. Like, you fall, God. You're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough, I guess, huh? Alright. So obviously that's way too long. I want to be, the zone worked out really good. We're going to do the same thing again. And we're going to put more of a chamfer on that right there, because there's hardly none. Okay, we feel a little better about that. We're in the right direction. And we're essentially got the bottom of the chamfer lined up with the step on the little first bubble maker thing here. We need this one. Well, I guess it's true what my father always used to tell me all them years ago, boy, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. And that was pretty dumb. I even thought about it a couple of times before I did it. Thought about it, didn't do it. Oh yeah. All right. How are we feeling about that flare fitting? It's looking pretty good to me. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work. All right, started. I believe that one started, but there's enough pressure on it that it ain't gonna just zip in for me. But you know what? I don't have a friggin' line wrench anymore for this 3/8. My 3/8 7/16 line wrench got swallowed by Hank here somewhere. You'd think he'd have coughed it up by now. I keep looking down there like all of a sudden it's just going to appear. But obviously it tucked itself into some corner or something. Hopefully that's tight enough that it's not going to leak. Because at some point I'm obviously going to have to purchase a new line wrench. Ain't that awesome? Oh my goodness. Get your hands down in there, John. American automotive engineers obviously have an extra rest and an extra elbow on each arm in order to okay. We're hoping for no leakies there. Let's see if we can't make another one just kinda sorta like it. Oh, you guys are still looking down there, you need to be looking up there. Alright. You know what? I think we're going to cut this old one up a little bit. Take the nuts off this and use this piece rather than make a whole nother one. Yeah, that seems like a likely candidate. Yeah. This. I think I can get a hold of it well enough with this, bend that back kind of straight. Or at least straight enough to get the nut off. Not a lot to hold on to here. Let me take this inside, screw with it a little bit, see if I can't figure it out. There, a little percussive maintenance, it come right free. Alright. Let's start out by putting a flare on one end here. Well, let's start out by putting a chamfer on the outside and inside of this, the end of this tube. That little spring thing worked pretty good. Alright. That looks pretty good. Unfortunately, I can be a dumbass here and flare it before I put the nut on because it's a straight piece and yeah, exactly. Get that kind of in the neighborhood. Hey. That'll be too short. That should be right there. Okay. Do not fuck up and not put the nut on before you do the other side, Todd. There's that. Put that back where it goes. The nut. What did I do with the nut? Put it right there. Oh, let's put it on the right way though. There we go. Okay. Let's get this bend started before we get too far here. You know what? I bet you if I clamp this on here, up tight against that spring, like this, that'll help hold it there. I'd be able to get that bend more in the spot that I'm looking for. What do we think? Because I want it pretty close. I wish I had something I could screw onto the end here to use the lever. But I ain't got that, so. Hey, look at that. Isn't that convenient? That's more than 90 degrees. Hopefully I didn't kink that end. Now we can put this in here. And use the spring thing to push this pearl closer. I'd still like it to be closer than that. That's going to be pretty good. It's good. Okay, this line going to the rear brake hoses is a little bit more awkward to get to. So we're going to try and sneak up on it by making little cut-offs at a time. Much as I hate to waste this stuff, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to keep on sneaking up on it. You gotta turn the cutter to the right direction, Todd. There we go. Okay, I have not done any of the finish work on that. I'm just trying to get it close so that this is gonna come off. Okay, so I want the center of the bend to be right here. And it needs to go back down that way. Kind of like that. Not anywhere near. Okay, we gotta move this bend back this way just a little bit. down there, and that's going to be really close. We just need to be a 1/4 inch shorter. Roughly a 1/4 inch. How are we looking now? Okay, we're gonna try putting the flare on that. Put the nut on first. Come on, get that 1/4 in the hole. There we go. Okay, we are happy with that. That is way long. Come on. Oh, I hear cicadas. So that means summer is drawing to a... We're in the second half. Oh, wrong tool. This tool. Cicadas come out around here in the second half of the summer. When I was a kid, we always used to call them power line bugs, because you'd hear them on the power lines and it kind of sounds like electricity buzzing. I had a flash for a moment there that I thought I put my nut on backwards. That would have been awesome. Come on. All right. What do you suppose the odds are that this goes right in there? There is so much room to work right there. That is awesome. We're going to need to change that around a little bit. Oh, apparently it started, because it doesn't want to come out of there. Oh, sweat in the eye. That is such an awesome thing. I love that. Right up there with that. Yeah. All that. Let's shed a little light on the subject. That ain't anywhere near close to being going in straight. And of course now it don't want to. There it is. All right. So that's gonna have to go a little bit more tighter, 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 and that's more like that, because I'm hitting that valve cover. Oh my goodness, the visibility here is pretty poor. Seems like there should have been a better way to do this. Yeah. Well, set you right there. So I don't have to try and hold the light too. Try and get you just a little bit further down. Yeah, I think that started. That is definitely started and threading in. Let's try and get this one. Started. I think that's happened. We got action. Okay. I just wish there was more room down here. Getting this. Get, you know, such a small amount each push. I guess some is enough, right? Well, I'm glad I used the short nut on this side. Holy. Alright, come on. Got to be getting close here. All right. What do you suppose the odds are that it's going to hold fluid? I'm going to pick this flaring stuff up because it's not mine and I want to take care of stuff that's not mine. And I'll go get some brake fluid, and I guess we're going to start vacuuming brake fluid through the rear of the car, and we'll go from there. Before we get into that, neighbor Jordan brought us some fine heater core hose, so we're gonna drain a little bit of coolant out and see if we can't get that heater hose, this heater hose where it's leaking right here, swapped out. Geez, I don't really want to, but I guess that's the thing to do next, isn't it? Okay, I've got the coolant drained enough that I got this end of the hose off. This clamp is off, but man, that is like the scariest part, is getting that hose off of that heater core and not disturbing the heater core any, because yeah, it makes me nervous. I do not want to do a heater core in this thing. I'm sure I will at some point, but I don't want it to be today. All right. Minimum spillage. Woo! And you can see right here is where it apparently chafed through. So we're going to try and avoid that. I don't need this much anymore. We definitely got more than enough hose than we need. And let's start out by getting you on here. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna have that clamp going like just like that. And let's get you tightened up. Actually, let's go this way a little bit so we're in that little opening. Well, you got to be smarter than the tools you're working with, Todd. Okay, because I think we want to cable tie these two together, like right here. And that's going to go in there. And that is routing over that way. And we're going to cut that off right there. Do I still got that paint marker? That would be an awfully convenient thing to mark it with. Right there. All right. Let me go get a couple of cable ties, and I'm going to zip tie them together back there so that they're off the engine valve cover thingy. Okay, a couple of big wire ties. How to get this job done. Hey, there we go. Actually, I think just one's going to get it done. All right. Now getting the cutters on the excess without screwing the thing up. Wow, these are tough. Good gravy. Why are you being so difficult? These are my good cutters too. Wow. I know it's a little awkward to get into here, but come on. Why are you being a bitch? There we go. Finally. Oh, it's way more than it needed to be. Alright. Where did I put that mark? Right there. Alright. Put the clamp on it before you put the hose on, Todd. This would be... Can't have that. Let's put you way up there. All right. I'm gonna need this. Come on. Wow. There's no reason for that clamp to be that difficult. I swear to God. Better engineering from Ford, right? Oh wait, that was about 30 years after this car. All right, so that's on. Let's put some coolant back in it. We'll see what we get to. Okay, we got coolant reloaded and no obvious leaks. So let's move on to this little bit of insanity here. Try not to get this crap everywhere. Get those two reservoirs filled. Get the cap back on this so we don't get foreign in it. I'm not even going to put the cap on. I'm going to climb underneath and start vacuum pumping from that corner over there. We'll see how we do. Alright, there's no easy way to film this of what I got going on, but I'm going to try and I got my special 6-point wrench. Let's try and get that loosened up first, and then we'll get the line on it to start vacuum sucking the brake fluid out. Get it down, all the air out. Let's see if we don't maybe have brakes. That'd be pretty freaking awesome. Okay, here's Hank on the ground for the first time in a long, long time. And we're feeling reasonably confident. Confident enough. We're going to see if he can move under his own power. I think I stopped before the blocks. Yes, I did. Reverse is certainly aggressive. But, yeah. We'll see how this works out.
Back in business.
All right. So that tick don't sound no better.
No. Unfortunately.
No. Ride's nice though.
Oh yeah. Smooth.
Oh yeah? For this bumpy ass road. What do you think? Can we get it to stop at the stop sign?
Well, I hope so.
Not roll through? Takes a lot more brake pressure than I'd expect. But, you know, as soon as you let off, she wants to go. Let's see if we get the horn to work. Go by Danielle's place here. Oh, we did for a second. What do you think? Dare we go to Ainsley's?
Yeah,
I think we should.
Up to you, sure.
We're going to Ainsley's. We'll buy a 6-pack of beer.
Alright, we're not seeing anything weird on the gauges. No.
Well, we're showing temperature on the gauge now.
Good, good. Very good.
And Jesus Christ, you take plenty of fucking foot pedal pressure to get it low up.
Think she's maybe idling a little too high, or?
Yeah, I think idle's a little high.
Oh, did you ever turn it back down after you turned? Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, we're ticking like a time bomb, though, aren't we? Clear right?
Good. Hey, there we go.
Well, there's all 3 gears.
Not bad, not bad.
I think we just used about half the fuel that we had. Oh yeah, we're up to the T on temp.
There we go.
Turn idle back down a little bit.
Yeah, just a skosh.
Yeah. There's plenty of tuning left to go. That tick sounds like it's getting less to me now.
Yeah, until you come to a stop, it seems like.
Yeah. No idea if my directionals are working or not. Yeah, lots of brake pressure, lots of pedal pressure to get it to roll up.
A little bit of spark knock.
Yeah. So that'd be what? Too advanced? Too retarded?
Too retarded, I would think.
It's 55. It's 60.
Alright, hold on tight. We're going to bring up to 120. No, just kidding.
But she gets up to full sail pretty fucking quick.
That ain't bad.
No.
An old tuna boat.
And it is all of that. Whoa, big Ford.
What is that, the brakes? The smelling?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, she's dieseling.
What should we do?
Well, she should stop eventually. You could put your foot on the brake, put it in drive. Yeah. That'll kill it.
Why is it doing that?
Well,
and so Hank went on his first successful run to the local store for some wobbly pops. Me and neighbor Jordan drank most of them. But, well, we got a heat cycle into them. The throttle linkage was definitely not right. Screaming high idle. Come back stinking of brake smoke. Do 40-ish miles an hour with, no throttle. So, yeah, we got some tuning left to do. It's, that brake line that's right under here is still leaking. I'm going to have to replace that. But, rides real nice. Goes real good. Needs a bath. But, yeah. All in all, we came home, safe, sound. No law enforcement intervention, so bonus there. Because, there's no plates. But I'd rather be caught with no plates than with the wrong plates. But, yeah. First drives go, that weren't too bad. I mean, it weren't the best, but we're making progress. We got some work to do on the tuning side of things. And after much hem and haw, I've driven many a Ford that are ticking like a time bomb for a long, long time. And maybe we'll chase the tick out of this. Maybe we won't. Either way, we're going to run her. If it blows up, we'll cross that bridge when we cross it. But we'll burn that bridge after we cross it. Something along them lines. I like the sound of that better than we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Any fool can cross a bridge. It takes a determined man to burn that bridge down to the ground. Anyways, I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around watching this stupidity. Please like, subscribe, click the little bell icon, notified of new things, yeah, yada yada, all that stuff. Catch you next time. This has been an Empty Pockets production.